Here's left. Pulls up, looking for the lead, and got it. Jalen Williams, 2 seconds to an 11-109. Now SGA probing, piercing, spinning, hanging for the lead, and SGA knocks it down. The Thunder finally get the defensive stop, and SGA puts them in front.
I'm Kenrich Williams. You're listening to Topic Thunder.
And welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the Top Thunder Podcast. I'm your host, Dylan Hunsinger at Thunder Chats. We're part of the B-League Network. This podcast is brought to you by FanDuel.
Good try, man. Good try.
Listen, man. I'm just a little bit excited because, I just witnessed probably the greatest basketball team of all time, just put absolute belt to one of the stronger teams in the Western Conference in the knockout rounds of the NBA Cup, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Victorious by 49 points against the Phoenix
we couldn't even
Suns.
get 50. What bums.
Biggest margin of victory in the NBA this season, by the way.
Biggest margin of loss in Suns franchise history also.
Wow. Yeah. And the biggest margin of victory ever in the young history of the NBA Cup.
Absolutely.
A few records.
We'd be remiss if we didn't mention the Cup history, the illustrious history.
We respect the Cup. We're coming for it. We're coming for the Cup. All the hardware.
We absolutely are. As you can see, I am joined by Alex. I'm joined by Cone. We're going to jump right into it because, we're excited, guys. This is nuts. There was points in this game where I was literally just shaking my head, laughing about what was happening on my TV screen because this team is so freaking good.
Yeah, 100%, man. I didn't watch the game because I was at a work Christmas party thingy. But of course I was watching it on the score bug on my phone. And in that second quarter, Phoenix was hovering around 14, 13, 15 points for a little bit there around the middle part of the second quarter. Yeah. And then all of a sudden I put my phone down and, we're doing, work functions and stuff like that. And I look up and it's halftime and we're up by 25 and it's it's over. Yeah. That's what we do, man. That's what great teams do. They just take care of shit and just go ahead and go about their business. And that's what the Thunder are doing. And we are witnessing in real time one of the greatest, if not the greatest basketball team ever assembled in NBA history. So enjoy it, watch it, go to the games if you can, be a part of it. Go watch a road game. If you can swing a road game somewhere with this team, go do it because it doesn't matter if it's home or road. This team is going to perform 100%, regardless of who's out there. We saw that in Utah. No Shai. Dub and Chet stepped up and it was a blowout also. So, yeah, man, you're witnessing greatness and this is not something that comes around all the time.
Yeah. I really wish I could have been there for the game. I want to go to all these games. I have some people asking me because they live up in New York City. They're like, oh, are you going to go to Vegas if the Thunder, make it there? I'm like, yeah, of course we're going to make it there. But can't really fly to Vegas. It's holidays, my fiance and I's anniversary is in a few days. There's stuff going on. It's hard this time of the year. But I'm so jealous of everyone that gets to go to the home games and, see this team live in action. Obviously, when they come up here to play the Knicks, even though tickets will be $1 billion, I will definitely be at that game. When they play Brooklyn as well, I think it's a little bit after New Year's. When they come to New York, I'll definitely go see them. And of course, for the Topic Thunder fan event, which we're doing in mid-March, absolutely will be out there. We'll definitely try and get to a couple of playoff games. I'm going to try and see as much as I can. But yeah, don't take it for granted. If you are in the OKC area, if the team comes anywhere near you within a few hours, you don't get many chances to see a basketball team this good. It really is every 20-ish years. Yeah, I was going to say the 96 Bulls and then the 2016 Warriors and now the 2026 Thunder. This one kind of came, only 10 years apart, but it's rare you see a team that's this good. This could be the defining dynasty of American sports, of all of sports for the next 5 years, of this decade. And you don't want to miss out on that. So appreciate it while it's here. And we just annihilated the Suns. This wasn't even a game. Also, Shai's just the best player in the world. So go appreciate that as well.
Yeah, no,
easily. I'm getting so tired. Jokic did this. Doncic did this. Okay, don't give me all that, man. Like, look at what's happening right now. Like, look at your TV screen. Look at what's happening right now as far as the Lakers and the Spurs without Wemby. Like, the Spurs are laying it on them. And you're talking about a team that has Doncic, has LeBron James, has Austin Reeves. Oh my gosh, the Austin Reeves, and they're struggling.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's Shai and Jokic 1 and 2. Like they are kind of on a tier of their own right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Jokic is still doing some insane stuff for sure, but Shai's just been the best player. Shai's the best player in the world. Like I'm someone, my little tagline under here on my name on the live stream says no more objectivity. For so long, I've been like, I'm going to be rational. You know, I'm going to take my time. Like for a while, even after this year's finals, like I kind of still resisted it. I'm like, it probably is like I would like slightly lean Jokic. I was like at the bare minimum, it's like 1A, 1B with like, you know, Shai and Jokic. It's like between the two of them. Shai is the best player in the world right now. He's got a 69 true shooting percentage on 33 points per game. He's almost averaging more points than minutes per game. Like it's, I could bring up a million other stats. The lack of turnovers, the three. He's shooting 45% from three.
Yeah, he is.
At this point, as also the best mid-range shooter and the best driver in the entire sport. He's a really good defender. He's got the best EPM ever, like by a long shot. Like he's eviscerating every single advanced metric record that we've ever seen. He might be having the single greatest season ever. And I legitimately think there is a chance if the Thunder win as many games as it seems like we can. You know, if we win like 74, 75. I legit think Shai could get a unanimous MVP. As crazy as the Jokic stuff is, I think a lot of people, I'm starting to kind of see people realize, like even huge Jokic defenders that you see on the timeline all the time are kind of starting to be like, yeah, Shai has this argument at the very least for the best in the world. And I think most people kind of have that opinion now, at least from what I've been seeing. But obviously, you know, a Thunder fan, maybe it's being a little bit of an echo chamber there. But I hope not. I hope people are kind of starting to wake up because Jokic just had a stranglehold on it for so long, but I don't even think like Shai and Luka's not a conversation right now. And I'm a huge fan of Luka's game, but Shai is a way more efficient scorer on just less points per game, and he's a much better defender.
Yeah.
And like Luka, is a better passer, but Shai's improved vastly as a playmaker. Shai is just the clear better offensive player right now, and defensively, it's not really a conversation. So love Luka, but it's not a conversation who the best guard in the NBA is.
Does all that while protecting the basketball better than like anybody in the history of the game with this like high of a usage rate. Like he's an enigma when it comes to basketball. Like he's a basketball enigma.
Some might say he's an anomaly.
I mean, we're not bringing back those.
He's an anomaly. He's anomalous. I saw yesterday a clip of Tatum like, you know, going through warm-ups and stuff, and they're like, should the anomaly return this season? I'm like, guys, come on. It's been a whole year since we've seen that. We got to grow up.
Yeah, no, like whenever you see guys like Andy Bailey tweeting out that Shai's the MVP, you know, like guys that have just like staunch Jokic supporters, staunch like, oh, anti-flopping regime, whatever. Like, you know, we know that Shai doesn't flop, but like for guys to like, you know, have these such strong opinions and just be like, yeah, like it's probably Shai. Like, and on top of all that, like people like Bill Simmons, who, you know, he has a very prominent podcast. He's been around the game for a very long time. He's a basketball historian. He knows basketball as well as, you know, a lot of people out there. He was talking about today. He had a full segment on his podcast today about why you should bet for the Thunder to win 74 games, why it's a good bet. Like it's plus 360 on FanDuel right now. It's half the odds of what I got for the Thunder to win 70 at the beginning of the year. Like that's how far it has dropped. Like, people are starting to understand what they're seeing in this team, in this performance in Shai. And as important as Shai is, I put out this tweet. I said that Shai and Dub make this team the best team in the world. But what I'm seeing, like, I just want to highlight Chet Holmgren for a second. What I'm seeing out of Chet's
offensive lead isn't enough to talk about what he's doing right now.
Yeah, but what I'm seeing out of him makes us puts us he's one of the reasons we are in the conversation for the greatest team of all time. Because when he is on, like he's been on, and it's like, you know, we talk about Shai, how he's able to, you know, get into the mid range, get to the rim, how he's added this 3-point arsenal to his game. Chet's kind of doing the same thing. Like it's different, obviously, because like, you know, he's a big, Shai's a guard. And it's not even like, you know, something like Jokic or anything like that, but like he's taking dudes off the dribbles. Like he's finishing with force inside. His mid's automatic. His 3-point shot is quicker.
This was the best defensive game he's had all season as well. Like no one could get anything anywhere close to the rim with Chet. down low tonight. Like, you want to talk about a game that really puts his name in the depoy conversation and at the forefront with Wemby still missing time. Like, that's exactly what this game did tonight for Chet. Yeah, this block right here. Yeah, man, get that out of here. Kind of terrifying fall for Chet. Like, I don't ever want to see Chet go horizontal.
Wow.
But like, you can really see the anticipation and his timing is getting back a little bit to where it was last season, especially pre-injury and stuff like that. And, where he was in the finals, it felt like kind of coming into the year, he was just, he's playing some power forward, he's playing some 5, and the block numbers are going to go up when he's at the 5. You're going to see more of those highlight blocks and stuff, but the defensive impact is still there. It's just at the 5, it's sometimes greater because Chet's still learning the 4 spot. He's kind of been a 5 for a while. But the offense is so sick. I mean, on the season so far, just under 19 a night, shooting 58% from the field, 39.5% from 3, by the way, now. So he's getting close to that 50 or that 60-40. And then free throw percentage is 78.2, 67 true shooting percentage, 67.1 from Chet. I mean, like, All-Star's not even a conversation. He's an All-NBA lock right now. Like, as you talk about NBA correspondent, whatever with me. Like, this
first time All-Star.
Yeah, this is not Thunder bias at all. Like, Chet is a lock for All-NBA if he keeps playing like this, especially on this team. And I'm hopeful that Dub can continue to play really well, and he can get himself on the All-Star team too. He missed a lot of time, so it might be a little bit difficult, but he's also been awesome. So I don't know, we might get the 3 All-Stars. I just want to see a picture of all 3 of the guys on the All-Star unis is what I'm looking forward to. But we'll see.
And unfortunately, Mark won't be able to coach this year because he coached last year. But maybe next year. I was
about to say,
3 of them on there plus Mark.
Yeah,
give Mark a break. He's earned it.
Yeah, next year's the year we get everybody on there because the West is tough, man. Like, you talk like all these podcasters.
Yeah, it is. Well, in terms of like winning the West, the way the Thunder are playing right now, no one's in their.
Sure about that?
In terms of making the All-Star game, yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, players out there for the All-Star conference, but the way Zach Lowe kind of explained the whole All-Star consideration is, if there's not a certain amount of American players, then Adam Silver just picks other players. So it's not impossible for Jalen Williams to get in there that way.
That's true.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's, I've seen a lot of people say like, oh, like, this guy can't make it because he's an American player, and there are only these 16 American players I think will make it, or 8 international. That doesn't matter. Like, they are just gonna have 24 All-Stars.
Oh, so that doesn't matter. This is not the what's it called, the DEI All-Star game?
No, like, it is like they're just like the 24 guys, 12 East, 12 West, they'll do the starter. Like, they'll go through the exact same process, and then they'll just be like, okay, do we have 8 international players? Okay, cool. You're the international team. And if like there's like 9 international players, one of the guys will just get put on the US team. Like, they'll just do that. So
he'll be the bench. He'll be the benchy.
Yeah. So it'll be like, because I've seen some people say, oh, can Dub make it? Like, is there too many American players or this or that? Or people have been asking about international guys making it. You don't have to meet a certain criteria. It's not like a guy is going to get an All-Star spot just because he's an international player. Like, that's not how it's going to work.
Well, see, the way Zach Lowe put it is, and he said he was just trying to make a sense of this like everybody else is. He's like, I hate that I have to study for an All-Star game, but he said that his understanding was, even if there was like 9 or 10 international guys, like, they would just stay on the international team, and then they would handpick like 2 more Americans to like even out the teams.
I thought the way it was that by like, he meant like handpick like guys from the international team to then play for the American team. I don't know. All I know is the selection process is the same. Also, this year it's positionless, so that also factors in. We don't have to think about guards versus front court for Dub or Chet getting in. Like, it's just, they're just going to pick the 12 best players, which is good. That, I believe, should be the way that it's done. It's the same thing. Reason why I really like positionless All NBA. Yeah, so it's good changes. But yeah, Chet is a lock right now. Playing easily the best basketball of his career. And Dylan, 100%. Like, Shai does all this stuff. Shai is, the biggest reason why we are an all-time team, why we're the best team in the NBA, champions, on pace to repeat all that. But the team isn't, you need a team. J-Dub is a huge part of that. But with him missing the majority of the season, if Chet's not doing what Chet's doing, we're nowhere near this dominant. Like it's the offense, it's the defense, it's taking guys off the dribble, it's taking care of the ball better. It's everything. It's the force. Like people talked about coming into the NBA. Oh, is Chet too skinny? Is he going to work as big? Like he's just straight up going into guys' chests now. Like he is aggressive and fighting through contact, getting to the free throw line. Actually, I wanted to check what his free throw attempts are at compared to last year. I meant to check that because it feels like he's getting to the line more, at least just from the eye test.
Let's say like 5 a game.
It's actually less so far this season. It was 4.2 last year, 3.7 this year, but he's hitting more of them, 78.2%. His free throw rate might be higher. I need to take a look because he's doing more of those like mid-range jumpers now, it feels like, than last year. So he might have a higher free throw rate. I'll go ahead and try and find that stat, but it feels like, when he's getting down low, he's getting hit more, which I think is the case.
Yeah, and he's getting to it like quickly. Like tonight, he had 8 points in the first quarter.
He had that one three he just stepped into like from the perimeter. He got a pass and just like no hesitations. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna shoot this three.
Yeah,
he needs to do that more often.
2 or 2 or 3 to start the game. And then like coming out of halftime, like he was the guy that we went to. It's kind of cool to like see that we start our offense with Chet like at the beginning of the games, the beginning of halves, really, because like like I said, in the beginning of the second half, we're already up like crazy amount at halftime because of what happened, at the end of the second quarter. We should talk about here in a second. But come right out, get the ball, Chet ISO in the corner. I think it was Mark Williams. He was ISO'd on the corner. Dude literally hit tween, drove into him in his body, like Cone said, shoulder, gave him the up fake. He jumped, scoop up and under with the lefty lay. Like it's all in his back, man. Like he is
very,
nuts.
very Hakeem-like.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Chet, because of Wemby coming into the league and like the growth of Jokic and stuff, like because we've gotten so many unicorn type players in the NBA now, Chet gets overshadowed, but the stuff he does is not normal for 7-footers. 7-footers are not supposed to be able to dribble the way that he does, to have the fluidity that he does, take guys off. Like he's got a post bag now. He's got that perimeter bag. He hits step back, side step threes. Sometimes he steps into it from the outside. I feel like he's also like rolled with a lot more force and been a lot better of a decision maker off like that short roll kind of stuff too. It just feels like everything is better in Chet's game at this point. Like he's not going to get MIP consideration because the numbers don't pop compared to some of the other candidates. And, he's a number 2 overall pick. But in terms of just straight up being a better basketball player, like this is the clear best version of Chet. Like not even a conversation right now. And
I think his MIP award is going to be an All-Star nod and an All-NBA nod.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, he'll get the same trio as Dub. He'll be All-Star, All-NBA, All-Defense, and there's a real shot. Yeah, there's a real shot that Depoy is part of that little trifecta that he gets there too. An All-Star game MVP. Chet's gonna go crazy. Let's say he grabs that hardware too.
Would love to see it. Fellas, this is game 5 now, I believe, since Dub returned. Obviously, he had the pop game against the Jazz with no Shai. Had a really good game in that one. He only had 15 points tonight, but like this was probably the biggest game that we've played since Dub's return. How do you guys feel about what you've seen out of Dub and even specifically tonight?
So I didn't see the game tonight, but just looking at the box score, 15, 5, and 5, shot 5 of 8. I think Dub is doing a great job of being the ultimate connector piece for this team. Like you talk about, the team always talks about, hopping onto a moving train. Well, one of the things that you need to do when you hop onto a moving train is not just perform, but also make sure that you are not, the reason why a monkey wrench gets thrown onto that moving train. And so I think Dub has done a great job of just assimilating himself into what the team needs when it needs it. That's always what he's done. Last year he just happened to have to step up whenever Chet went out for those 50 games. And it elevated him into all NBA status, all-star game, all defense, those types of things. And so I think this year he's just coming in. He's making sure that he is plugging the holes that need to be plugged, that are needed. And he's just, doing what he needs to do to help this team win and to take this team from great to basically unbeatable as what you see now. So yeah.
I mean, really the only thing that's been off for Dub since coming back is the 3-ball. That's not been quite there so far, but it's
an air ball, didn't he?
I think so, but it's not unsurprising. Kenrich had 2 of them. I think Kenrich airballed 2 threes. He also had a crazy tough bucket underneath where he shoulder bumped 2 or 3 times on the defender. I didn't Ryan Dunn, or was that Osu Ighodaro? It was someone.
It was Ighodaro.
It was Ighodaro. Okay, but yeah. So I mean, Dub, everything else has been amazing since he came back. Tonight,
it's playmaking. Playmaking's been amazing.
The playmaking's been amazing. But tonight, Alex, like you saw, he hit one of those typical, bump fadeaway middies towards the baseline from 3, the play to end the first half. J-Dub hit a straightaway 3. That was the 1-3 that he knocked down in this one. Yeah, here's the tough bucket from Kenrich. Just
tough.
Yeah, tough bucket from Kenny Hustle towards the end of the first half. But yeah, Dub hit a buzzer beater. He's now got 3 buzzer beaters in the last couple of games. So yeah, it's been nice to see that Dub is just an automatic guy from, when the clock hits 0, he's going to hit the shot no matter what. But bump midi, he had a couple really good scoop layups, was getting to a spot in the lane. I mean, he only played 23 minutes. If he played his typical around 30, he would have finished with 27 and 7, something along that line. Probably a steal or 2 more. The efficiency was fantastic from him. It's all the typical Dub stuff. He's been doing everything. He's been disruptive defensively. He's been great as a connector, whether it's the playmaking, also Lou Dort. It's got to be so demoralizing to see a Lou Dort 3 hit against your favorite team. That moon ball that hangs in the air for 10 minutes. There were multiple possessions. The Suns played perfect defense for 23.5 seconds, and then Lou Dort hit a 25-foot 3, and the Suns were just oh my God, there's no way that just happened. And he was great to have back too. Lou is, a huge part of this team. He was really impactful. Here's the Dub 3.
Shai
and that
really good. Wallace, the kick. It is J-Dub. He buries one.
The end of a huge run at the end of the first quarter and second quarter, first half. A lot of it was sparked by Dub. He's been awesome. And I saw a stat today, before Dub came back, our offense with Shai off the court was it was still positive, but it dropped off a lot from when Shai was out there, and now the offense is maintaining very, very well. So even if you're not seeing it reflected in the numbers always, because Dub is able to be that playmaker and demands a lot of attention and is really good at just getting those paint touches and getting the defense in rotation, it's the on-court product has been exponentially improved offensively since Dub's returned, and that's been super sick to see.
Yeah, no, I've been very impressed with Dub. He looks comfortable with his handle. He's getting to the lane with both hands, finishing with both hands. That was something that we really kind of highlighted through the whole rehab process, all the work he was doing with his left hand about just being an ambidextrous hooper. And it's bearing its fruit right now. I'm not worried about the 3-point shot. I think it's going to come along. Do we know what he shot so far?
From the field or from 3?
From 3.
From 3? Yeah, I got it. Hold on. So far from 3, he has shot 28.6% on 2.3 attempts per game.
So basically what the Thunder shoot every time they start the season. So this is his beginning of season, so he will get better as he goes along.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, the crazy. I was actually tweeting about that. I tweeted about our 3-point. Remember when we were having the whole panic about, we're winning games, but the 3-point shot isn't there. What are we going to do kind of thing? Do y'all know where the Thunder rank in 3-point percentage on the season?
Top 10 now.
I'm going to say top 5.
Exactly right. We're 5th. 38.1%. Right below Minnesota at 38.3%. So
yeah,
wow.
Right there. Ahead of the Knicks. The Wizards, surprisingly, are number 7.
But here's always been the issue with the Thunder. Where do they rank as far as 3-point attempts?
3-point attempts so far this season. Would y'all like to take a guess?
I'm gonna say
in the 20s.
What'd you say, Dylan?
16.
Bro's on it. 16.
Let's go.
16. He knew we were top 5. He knew we were 16. Yeah, we're 16. So middle of the pack, which feels very good. That's a decent number of attempts. We're right there in the middle and one of the better shooting teams. And also, it feels like we are a lot better in terms of getting. Because I tweeted about, people worried about our shooting and now look where it's at. And someone said, well, we saw this in the season last year, but last year our struggle was way longer. We had about a half season sample size where we just weren't a good 3-point shooting team. And then back half of the season, we really started to pick it up. It's okay, we're back now. this season we had like 10 games where we were bad. And now for the last, let me check where we've been at, like our last 15. I'll just see what we're at in the last 15. We're number 3 in the NBA, 41.1% over our last 15 games. Like a majority of the season we've just been like annihilating teams from the outside. So I feel very good about that. And it's like, Wiggins feels like he's expanded his range a little bit. Joe, like his threes, his shot feels a lot more flexible now. That 3 from Chet is clearly better, way smoother than it's been in the past. Shai's 3-point shot is just taken on a whole new identity. Nuts, 45% from 3 so far in the season. So that shooting improvement feels very, very real. It's not just like, oh, we're hot, we're hitting these really contested threes. We're getting more open threes, but also it feels like the variety of looks are much more sustainable to a playoff format so far this season.
It feels like he's as comfortable with his pull-up 3 as he is his step-back 3 now. And that's that's huge because, the step-back 3 kind of got a little bit predictable at some points late in the season. But the pull-ups there, and the thing that I've really been impressed with, and this probably just goes with, having Dub back on the floor, having like another guy that can really handle the ball and initiate the offense, is his catch and shoot 3. Like he's been getting a lot of catch and shoot 3s these last few games.
I'm gonna see if I can find his percentage on that.
Yeah, he's always been a really good catch and shoot 3-point shooter. We just, over the years, we haven't had like, that guy that can kind of get him those looks.
Set him up.
The volume was really low. But yeah, now it feels like the volume's going up, and he's dangerous, man. Like he just
doesn't miss. He took that 1-3 from like the logo almost. The one that was straight away. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot this. And then just like, I never think he's going to miss from really anywhere on the court.
Yeah, and there's some of them like that one I had up in the 2 here. I'm gonna pull it back up because like this one was on the run, like this was in movement, and
the one where he got fouled, it should have been A1.
Yeah, like look at this, like that's crazy. He's nuts, bro.
Really gets hit on the arm. They miss those calls sometimes. It's fine, it happens. But like the fact that he's able to knock it down through that contact at this point, I mean, it's just. I was rewatching a couple of clips because they came up on Twitter of his shot, like when he really started to break out in like the 2021-2022 season, and it's crazy how much the jumper has evolved. Like it looks like broken. Look back at those clips.
Alex, we can hear your phone.
Dude, I just saw Jang's step back 3 damn near.
That was a
Ooze was cooking,
bro.
Y'all cannot turn off these games because like the Utah game and this one, fourth quarter, Ooze just starts going crazy.
What in the world?
Listen, it's like what is it? It's the broke is fourth quarter Shai. Woke is the fourth quarter Ooze. The tired and wired broke woke.
Hey, Dylan, do you know Ousmane Dieng's 3-point percentage on the season?
Oh, dude, I want to say.
Like
let's see if I'm on. In the 40s. I'm gonna say 43.
I'm gonna say 44. Damn it.
Yeah, technically Alex is closer. 43.8.
That's awesome.
43.8. He's 14 to 32. Like he's knocking down shots, man. He would be a shooter.
And honestly, this is the thing. If you were to ask me anybody on the team I would trust to make a no-dip 3-pointer, it would be Ousmane Dieng. Like he's like I've seen him make so many no-dip 3-pointers, it's crazy.
Alien's got the death beam pointed at us. Give me Ousmane Dieng in the fourth quarter of a Thunder blowout.
Yeah,
hey, let's go down a rabbit hole real quick. Ousmane Dieng. So number one, we're 24-1. This team does not necessarily need anything. And so the Thunder never like to necessarily let an asset die out without getting anything in return. They don't like to let Alex. Well, hold on. No. So my question is, I've always been an advocate, probably this season, that, Oos would probably be traded, and get one of those like second round picks, fake second round pick, whatever. Do we need to trade him this year?
We do not.
I don't think so.
No, I don't. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, so my thing has always been we trade him, to get like that fake second or whatever, and then you can go ahead and sign Brandon Carlson to a standard NBA contract and use him in the playoffs because you can't use two-way players in the playoffs. But I mean, if Ooze is out there like being 6'10", 6'11", and hitting 3-pointers like that and doing things out there. Like, I just keep him on the team, and then in the offseason, do what we got to do. Maybe he goes to another team, maybe he, whatever. But I would be okay with keeping him on the team.
Yeah, maybe he takes the contract that Poku was going to turn down.
Maybe he does. I found the percentages for Shai. Dylan, you've been on fire. You want to guess the catch and shoot 3-point percentage for Shai so far this season?
This season?
This season.
52.
Nah, I'm going to say 46.
Actually, 39.3.
Oh, okay.
He's only at one. Yeah, I love how that's an ew. Guess his pull-up really 3-point percentage. You want to guess that? 3.6 3-point attempts
40
per game on pull-up threes.
44.
Pull up. Let's say 41.
46. 46%.
Shortchanged him, man. He's been
on
nuts.
Pull-up threes. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like hard to ever gauge like what is a realistic answer. I want to say numbers because I'm like Shai's probably at that mark, but like, do I sound insane for saying that?
And
we are getting to that point with Shai where like you say some numbers and it's just like, no, this doesn't sound right at all. Like this sounds a little bit exaggerated.
I want to bring up again about our net rating now, 17.2. So last season we were all season we're chasing the Bulls, 13.4. Like, oh, we're right there. We're 3.8 net rating points better right now than the 96 Bulls.
Get out of here, man.
But I want to look up again best true shooting percentage in a season, averaging 30+ points per game, because Shai is number one. The most efficient is right now a full season is 2016 Steph Curry unanimous MVP. Steph at a 66.9. Shai's at a 69.1 true shooting percentage.
Nice.
He's 0.9 below 70%.
Yeah, he's nuts, man. He's nuts. And yeah, I don't remember. I don't even know who was commentating the games. I wasn't like super locked into like, the broadcast or anything like that. But I did hear that he said like, there's a difference between speed and there's a difference between quickness. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has quickness because the way that he was just able to he literally took the ball from the inbound at the opposite baseline, came down the court just like a couple hezzies, and he's just at the rim, but past everybody, like you never even saw. Like he's just absolutely nuts, man. I do want to, while we're talking about the game, before we transition to something else, I do want to talk about the sequence that kind of put the game away, honestly. And it was at the end of this, end of the first half, end of the second quarter. I just have the play-by-play pulled up on NBA.com. I just want to read this to you. And Alex, since you didn't get to see it. So it started, where's it at? So it was 42. No, I want to go back farther.
Yeah. So this is where I was seeing it. We were.
This is when Alex went to go drink some eggnog and
exactly
chat a little bit.
So this is what happened, right? Yeah. Dylan Brooks hit a 3-pointer. And as he was hitting the 3-pointer, Mark Williams got fouled. So he got a free throw on top of the 3-pointer. Mm-hmm. And at that point, they cut the lead to 12. Okay. This is what ensues. Dort 3-pointer. Missed jump shot. They get the rebound. Turnover. Wiggins 3-pointer. Brooks misses. Wiggins gets the shot. Case and dunk. Booyah actually hit a shot. Shai did turn the ball over. He goes back and forth a little bit here. You go all the way down here. The next bucket is a Shai step back 3-pointer. A shot clock turnover. Dort 3-pointer. Brooks actually gets an answer, but wouldn't you know it, Dort hits another 3. We get the ball back. Dub buzzer beater 3-pointer. We hit six or seven threes. In the final 5 minutes, we turned a 12-point lead into a 26-point lead in 4.5 minutes.
Yep, that's what I saw.
It's very
the math checks out.
It's very Prime Warriors reminiscent of the way that we the defense that they just have explosions. And it's you blink and it's oh. My favorite team was, keeping up with the Thunder. Now we're down 28. What just happened? You can't even process it. And it did feel like today, more than ever, I was seeing people in the timeline be like, "Should we just sim the season?" I have not seen that level of what is anybody to do since the Warriors, and even then 2016, I wasn't on the app. Like I don't remember that type of stuff. So it's just crazy that it's our team. Also, it's really unfortunate for the Suns that because of the NBA Cup, they have to play us. They're the only team in the NBA that has to play us 5 times this
more
season.
times.
Oh my God.
Poor 3 more times.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, and we should note that Devin Booker was out, but I don't think Devin Booker is 49 points differential there. So
probably not. I saw one Suns fan go, yeah, but we didn't have Booker or Jalen Green. I'm like, bro. I was like, dude, it's a 49-point game, man. Like, can we have some shame?
We win by 52 if those two are playing.
Well, we also held everybody's favorite white guy, Colin Gillespie, to 2 points on the day. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
And Grayson Allen, back to Grayson Allen things, shoved Chet to the ground, and the whole team was ready to drop that man.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. We got a great clip from Dub, the clip of Dub like screaming and yelling to the crowd. It got them fired back up. I'm like, y'all are already down like 36 points. You do not need to fire this team up anymore.
Yeah.
And then they won by 49. They extended the lead even more in garbage time. Maybe we got a cool Dub clip out of it, so it's worth it.
Yeah, that's how bad it was. Like usually, like at least like Shai and Chet, and then they'll play the entirety of the third quarter, and then they'll sit out the fourth. We were up so much in the third quarter with like 3 minutes left. You see AJ and Wiggins and I think Jay Will all like just trot to the scorer's table, and it's like, oh, they're really about to sub them out with like 3 minutes left. Yeah, it was crazy. All right. We are going to take a break after we hear a word from our sponsors. And on the other side, going to look at some lineups, going to look at some draft picks, and going to talk about how good this team is some more. It's a good time. After a word from our sponsors. So, fellas, talking about how good this team is and, all the things that they can accomplish. I pointed this out on Twitter earlier, but earlier on the FanDuel app, under the NBA tab, they actually had an entire section of bets that was just literally labeled OKC. And I tweeted this out earlier from the Top of Thunder account, and wouldn't you know it, now it's gone. After we just decimated the Phoenix Suns, they was like, nope, we got to take this off now. We got to fix these odds. But they had odds for Shai to break the 20-point streak, for the Thunder's winning streak to get to 29 games, which is the Warriors record, 34 games, which would be the NBA record, and 40, which is just an arbitrary round number, I guess. And then they also have odds for breaking the regular season wins record at 74. And then it goes all the way up, 75, 76, 77, and even 78. There's odds for 78 wins at plus 3,500 if you get a wild hair. So there's a lot of things that you can do with the Thunder on FanDuel. And I just want to kind of give an update. I did place that bet about Shai hitting 25 points every game in December. So far, so good. Feeling pretty good about that. Hopefully that is the free money that we hope it is. I will also say that as we've seen, the release of the Winter Reds has happened. We see Shai wear them in warm-ups. He's worn them coming to the game. The idea is it's probably gonna be Christmas when he plays in them. That is the test. Mm-hmm. I gotta have Shai hit his 25 in that game. I gotta have the Thunder continue the streak in that game. Colin, did you say that earlier that if we win on Christmas, that'll cement like the best start of any team?
Yes. So we are 24-1. The 2016 Warriors lost their 31st game. So they were 29-2. So we need to get to 30-1 to break right now we're tied with the Warriors to have the best start in NBA history. We've got to be 30-1. So we need to win 6 more games. This next game against the Warriors or Lakers or Spurs, depending on who wins this NBA Cup game, that will count towards our record. Win that NBA Cup Finals game, as we learned last year, does not count towards our record, so that doesn't matter. So you got to win that first game in Vegas. And then you got to beat the Clippers at home, then at the Timberwolves in Minnesota, then versus the Grizzlies, then at the Spurs. So that gets you to 5. You tie the record, and then it all comes down to beating the Spurs on Christmas Day to go ahead and cement the record, which is just so insane that that's the way it seemed like it might work out. it's like they just scripted this, that it's like, yeah, the Thunder are gonna have the best start in NBA history on Christmas Day in a game that seems like, Wemby is about to come back, that it'll probably be, versus Victor Wembanyama, Chet versus Wemby kind of thing. So it's cool.
Let that sink in. I mean, just let that. What I heard you say was the Thunder could be 30-1. We're talking about NBA basketball. We're not talking about like, the Kentucky team that has, 85 5-star recruits on their team from the early 2010s and things like that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about an NBA team that when you talk about either streaks of like 20 plus games, or you're talking about records of like, hey, within this span, they went 30-1, or what, you're talking about the all-time great teams. You're talking about the Golden State Warriors, Chicago Bulls, some Lakers teams from like the 70s or something like that had like 85 Hall of Famers on it. Like, you're talking about those types of teams. And it's like, the Thunder, true, they can only play whoever's in front of them, and their schedule may be a little bit backloaded with the great teams as far as like the Denvers and the Houstons and all that. But you can only play whoever's in front of you, and the Thunder are completely dominating, like to the point like 30-1. Like, we're actually like, yeah, they can do 31 easily. Like, hearing that is just stupid. It's just stupid, man. It's a beautiful thing. It's
stuff that it doesn't add up. Like, I'm trying to internalize and live in the moment, but it's like I got back from the gym right as the game started, and I ate dinner. I took a shower real quick, and had my phone outside the shower set up so I could watch it and listen to the audio and stuff. Got out of the shower, and when I got in, my fiance asked oh, how's the Thunder game going? I'm like, they're up I think we're up 12 at that point or something like that. She's like, okay, like bit of a slow start. And then I came out of the shower and she's like, how are they doing? I'm like, up 27. She's like, oh, okay, that's more like it. At this point, she's just like, oh, they're not up 25? Like, what's going on?
I'm just sensitized.
Yeah, even she's desensitized. And she's, not as in deep as we are. It's just, you got to appreciate it. Because legitimately, the NBA has been going 60 years. There have been 60 years of NBA basketball. And there is 2 teams ever that have started this good. The 2016 Warriors and this squad. One of 2 basketball teams ever. You've got 30 teams in the league all these 6 years. There are thousands of seasons for each individual team. To be that at that point is ridiculous. To be watching maybe the single best basketball team ever, and it's our favorite team. You got to internalize and appreciate that.
Yeah. And we joke around and we project, it would be awesome. We think this team can, and it would be awesome if they would, break the regular season's record. It would be kind of the most unthundery thing, on the surface to do, just because it feels like we'll have such a insurmountable lead. But Zach Lowe had Tim Legler on his podcast yesterday, and they was talking about it. And Legs actually said that his sense from the players is that they're hungry, they want to chase it, they want that record. They want to be able to say that they broke that record. Now, whether Mark Daigneault feels the same way, because he said, I've never met a more present coach, a coach that's worried about the next game and not the season as a whole. He said, I've never met a more present coach in my life. So whether Daigneault lets them do that is another thing entirely. But you talk about maintaining a team, and we've had our share of injuries, bumps and bruises like any other team has, but we have this luxury of having our star players we're up on teams so much in these
rest
games.
In game.
Yeah, we have our luxury of having our star players get mini breaks throughout the season, just in the fourth quarter. It's I really think it's like I was saying, Bill Simmons had a whole segment today talking about how that's a good bet on FanDuel, plus 360, I think is what it was for 74 wins.
It's
nuts.
That's the thing too. That's part of the reason the Warriors were able to go ahead and chase. Well, also the Warriors had the Spurs on their backs the entire season, which is crazy because that Spurs team went, I think 68-14 is what they ended up going. That was also one of the greatest regular season teams ever. which makes it even crazier that the 2016 Thunder were trying to go through them and the Warriors, and then would have had to play the LeBron Cavaliers like in a row, which is ridiculous. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like it's one of those things where I like it's like even if we rest guys, still feels like we can get the wins.
Yeah,
like we rest Shai for a game, or even if it's Shai, Dub, and Chet, like we can still beat a team like Denver. Second to last game of the season on the road. That you kind of got to play your guys, but that's one where we might just play guys. Keep them fresh and get a chance. To see what we look like one more time against one of our potential opponents in the playoffs. Last game of the season is against Phoenix. I mean, tonight we saw how it can go, and we'll see where they're at standings wise at the end of the season. But they might be resting guys. We play the Jazz in the last week of the season, who I'm sure will be trying to tank at that point. We play at the Clippers. I don't think they're going to have much to play for themselves at that moment. Like, the Bulls in the last, like we don't play. We have some runway at the end there. There are some games that are very winnable, even if we rest guys. And I mean, if you can get to a point where you're like, I don't know, like 65 and like 5, you 70 games, you've got 12 games left. Why not go out there and, try and see if you can just win a few? I don't know. It's a combination of like, it doesn't feel like this team cares all that much. Like Mark is like, we'll see, we'll kind of do it. But also like, they've talked about they don't feel like they've proven anything. They're not happy about how they won the finals last year. Like they were talking about in the post-game press conference, they're like, we've got a chip on our shoulder because we didn't win the NBA Cup last year. Like after they won 68 games and won the finals. Yeah. They're just like, we got a bit of a chip on our shoulder. We want to compete. Like they were locked in and playing their butts off every single game. I think the record is something they'd like. Like I'm not of the opinion that they're just gonna give it up and roll over and die. Like if they're close at the end, if it's like we've got 9 losses and like 65 or 8 losses and 65 wins, and it's like we've got to win 9 games in a row to go ahead and win, like break the record, and it's the end of the season, they won't. I don't think they'll chase it. Yeah. But if we've got like 5 to 6 losses at that point, I think there's a real world where they just go for it. Because then you get to 74 and you're like 74-5 or something, and then you can rest guys. And then you're like, let's rest guys. Which I just said out loud, like 74-5 or something like that. Can you imagine?
Get 74 with
74-8? Like that doesn't make any sense to me. Before the season, I was like, I'm gonna be the rational person who's like, we won't win 70 games. We won't break the record because there's so much 3-point variance in the NBA. Screw that. Who cares? We got the best defense ever. Who cares? Which, by the way, I'm pissed. We should be 25-0. I'm pissed.
Yeah, freaking Kenny dude.
Isaiah Joe's foot was just barely on the line. It's tough.
Yeah, that was nuts. And what's crazy is we was up 22 points in that game too. Like, and it was just like we completely ran out of gas.
Yeah. So and here's the thing. So they moved. So the NBA moved the Clippers game from the 17th to the 18th. What kind of worries me about, heading into Christmas Day against the Spurs and, not having lost a game until then is that, we have the game on Saturday for the NBA Cup semifinals. If we win there, of course, we play on, I believe it's on Tuesday. Yeah. For the finals. And then you literally play a back-to-back on the 18th and 19th of the Clippers and Minnesota. Clippers at home, Minnesota on the road. And then a day in between, and I think you have another back-to-back. Or let me check. Hold on. So it would be, you have 2 days off. And then on the 22nd, you play Memphis at home. And then on the 23rd, you play San Antonio away. So you're going to be playing a lot of games consecutive after that. So worries me a little bit because we have seen, any team, the Thunder are human. They can tire out. And so it is going to be interesting to see how they manage that and how they, how they come out of, how they look coming out of that.
L ratio, Bozo, shut up. 78-4. L 80-2.
It is wild that the NBA would just like flex the Clippers game to put us in a back-to-back after, potentially the Cup final. That's nuts.
I mean, there's literally, 4 months after that. You couldn't find a 3-day gap that you could have done that.
Yeah, that's That's wild. Cool. No, like, hey, this just goes to show you the NBA is not rigging this for us.
No,
you know, it would be really funny. It's not going to happen. Like we're going to win the cup and everything. It would be so funny that whatever team, if a team beats us in the cup finals, just doesn't count. You just don't get that win as a regular season moment. Like we still have one loss.
All right, and by the way, like we joke and kid around here. Like it's minus 220, not minus 20. Yeah, it's minus 220 for the Thunder to win the NBA Cup. Like, go hammer that before the odds jump, because like if tonight is not proof enough for you, I don't know what it is. Chet talked about how he didn't get to play in the cup last year. Like, there's money on the line. Like, he's going to be playing for it. The guys talked about how they have this bad taste in their mouth about how they not even how they lost the cup, but how they performed in the cup. Like, I think that the whole team is motivated to win this. And we've seen all season long what this team can do when they're motivated. So it's the one trophy.
It's the one trophy that isn't in their trophy case from last year.
Yep.
Yeah.
They had an MVP. They had a NBA championship. They had a couple all NBAers. They had a couple all defensive teamers, a couple all stars. One thing missing, that NBA Cup, baby.
It's so insane the point that we're at, because like I've been seeing so many tweets. I'm thinking of this because we lost the Bucks last year in the NBA Cup, and remember how everyone was like, "Oh, does this prove OKC can't win in big moments?" Hilarious.
Even watching starting five when they started talking about that, it's like, bro, like get out of my face. That's so nuts.
But yeah, like it made me think about. I've seen so many articles and tweets over the last, especially today, like after this, but like an article came out even earlier today where someone was like, "I think a Giannis trade might get held up because." Is there a team out there that thinks trading for Giannis can help them that takes them over Oklahoma City? And I do think there's a legitimate world where the Giannis market is paused for a little bit because a team's like, how much do you want a mortgage? Well, OKC's this good. Yeah. I had a friend of mine who's a Wizards fan be like, I've been mad about the Wizards being bad, and I got into a debate with someone else today, and he's like, your team sucks. He's like, honestly, bro, it doesn't matter because the Thunder are doing what they're doing. He's like, I'd rather be bad now.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. It's the same thing that happened in the NBA with the KD Warriors. Like everybody was like, why would you even, push all your chips in right now? Just let this Warriors team disintegrate from the inside, in a couple years, and then you go ahead and do that. And that's eventually what happened. But for those years, like there's hardly anything that you could do with KD on the Warriors.
Yeah, I mean that's how you get like all-time teams not getting the recognition they deserve, like the Houston Rockets of that era with Chris Paul, James Harden. Like those Houston Rockets teams are some of the best teams ever. Like, and you've got the tweet thread of Daryl Morey every year just tweeting congratulations at Golden State Warriors, like congrats Golden State Warriors, like then just be like conceding every time. Like that, those Rocket teams are some of the best teams ever, but people don't talk about them like that because they ran into the Warriors. And like this Thunder team could be a case of that. Like this Nuggets team is unbelievable. They're so good, but there was a chance that we continue to play up to the standard. People don't remember them all that much because it's like, it's the Thunder era.
Mm-hmm. And what's crazy, Alex said that, you just kind of had to wait until the Warriors kind of fizzled and died out. That's not the case with the Thunder. You can't do that because on top of being a historically dominant team, on top of having the possibility of breaking the regular season win record, fellas, we don't even have to hit sim lottery on this. The Clippers are currently at the 3 spot in the reverse standings.
Yeah, man, we don't gotta change anything.
As we said, like the first game out of the NBA Cup is the Clippers, and you can say what you want to about will the Thunder be motivated or not? We know one person's going to be motivated when they play the Clippers because he said so in the starting 5. Shai Alexander, like he's going to go out there and he's going to try to murder them.
Yeah,
and they don't got nobody that can stop him. Shai could legitimately drop 40 after winning the Cup MVP, just because the Clippers don't got nobody that can stop him.
They don't have anybody to stop anybody.
Yeah,
and Dylan, we were talking about this on the phone earlier. Alex, do you know what the Clippers next 7 or so games looks like?
Terrible. I've seen it.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know,
Rockets, Nuggets,
Grizzlies, Thunder, Lakers, Rockets, Blazers, Pistons is their next 7 games. They could be 6-25. They could grab a win against Portland in there. Maybe they can beat Memphis. I don't think they're beating Houston either of those times. Maybe the Lakers, because that's always, a little bit weird potentially, but like they could be 6-25. It's not impossible.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You guys want to do a couple spins? Just see.
Oh, let's go. Bless my heart.
To see what if we jump 2 spots? Oh, do we get Cam Boozer, AJ DeBance, or Darren? Like, which one do we get?
Yeah, right now we get whichever one's left. But
yeah,
let's see if we get our choice.
We get our number 1 pick. Oh, nice. Whoever we literally want. Bro, she's boring.
Okay.
Whatever,
we dropped down to 6.
Back to where we belong.
It's so funny that like in this scenario we dropped to 6, and it's like, oh, okay. So for like the first
we get
time
6 and 9.
Yeah, the reigning NBA champion has number 6, and also like maybe number 9, and wherever Philly's pick is. Like,
yeah, there's 3 again.
3.
Yeah, I just wanted to jump one more time before I. Okay,
yeah, we'll take that.
2.
Look at Sacramento. They get a guy.
They need a guy.
Like any of them, man. Any of them.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys got a chance to watch or listen to the podcast I did with the Tywers last week, but they talked about Darren Peterson, AJ DeBanza, and Cam Boozer, and they kind of confirmed a lot of the things that I was thinking myself of Cam Boozer kind of being the more Thunder type player and AJ DeBanza kind of being the least type Thunder player. So if you get that 2 spot, I mean, there's a huge there's a huge chance that somebody takes AJ DeBanza first pick, and then it's like, oh, you have your choice of Cam Boozer and Darren Peterson, and I can see either one, but like I've leaned the whole process. I think that Cam Boozer is like a perfect addition for this Thunder team. And if you bring in Cam Boozer on this team, like, maybe eventually you have to let iHeart walk, or, he wants to, go somewhere else. And you have this data of Chet being just a monster at the 5, and then you insert Cam Boozer into the lineup. It's like, brother, like this is nuts. Like it's absolutely insane. And like
you just add a dude who's averaging 29, 10, and 4 on 56, 37, 77 splits in college right now for Duke. Like you just add him to the team.
On cost control, on team control, like he's got NBA pedigree. Like it's nuts.
He's still got his hair. Like,
yeah. And I mean, get a little bit of booze cruise in OKC. I mean, come on, man. That's so crazy. No NBA champion has ever, no team has ever won back-to-back NBA championships and gotten a member of the Boozer family in the same 2-year stretch. It's never happened.
We could be the first.
Also, Thomas Sorber hasn't played. Like he's coming back next season. He hasn't played.
Topic hasn't played.
Topic hasn't played. Sorber hasn't played.
Like it's nuts, man.
We haven't had the whole starting lineup 1 game.
Yeah,
hasn't happened.
Yeah, shout out Tierney, by the way, who put up the top of Thunder.
Yeah, put on our like the official Twitter of ours, like, oh, the starting lineup's back. It's like Tierney. Back. I say Hartenstein's not playing.
We love you, Tierney. We love you. I do think Tierney's coming back on the pod Friday, so that'll be nice to see him. Yeah, but
fine for that.
Yeah, I completely lost my train of thought. It's just gone now.
I mean, here's the beautiful thing while you try to recover your thought. Even if we drop down to 4, Caleb Love on the Thunder,
we could drop to like 6 to 8.
Caleb Wilson.
Caleb Wilson.
We don't want Caleb Love on the Thunder.
No.
He had a couple good shots against us that one game.
Yeah. Caleb Wilson, coming in as like this 6'10", just rangy defender out there. Like, yeah, give me that guy. Give me that guy too. Like, yeah.
Y'all see Steve Nash on the Amazon post-game thing and talk about he's like, Shai is starting to enter Jordan territory.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's Canadian love to Canadian love right there. So
yeah, Shai said he wanted to be the Black Steve Nash. Bro, you're Michael Jordan. we're aiming higher right now.
You're the real Maple Jordan, not
honestly,
not
like Maple Jordan should just be more of Shai's nickname because that just is what he is.
Yeah.
What is Kenny and his crew's pod now? Is it Numbers on the Board?
Yeah, Numbers on the Board, yeah.
Yeah, I saw them talking about how if he wins again this year, if he's like the number 3 shooting guard behind Jordan and Kobe, like he's been in the league like 6 years, man. Like it's like like what are we talking about?
Hey, bro,
this is crazy.
Hey, bro, you know what we're actually talking about? I mean, we're talking like, oh, who's the 3rd best guard of all time? Like,
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah.
And it's so crazy that we were witnessing this on our favorite team. Like, we're so blessed. And like, not just his talent, man, but like, he's just so down to earth. He's such a good guy. Like, it's awesome. It's great that he's our franchise cornerstone.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like, the only issue is, even Achilles had a heel, and for Shai, it's just those damn red shoes, and we'll see what he does in him on Christmas.
We'll see.
It's going to be
his own red
devastating
shoes.
when we've got the chance to break the record. We're playing Wemby in the Spurs, and red shoe Shai just pops up, and it's like, damn.
Like, I don't want to be right about this, guys. I want you to understand. I will not be
It's
happy.
his own shoes, Dylan. It's different now.
I'm hoping. That is my hope.
You never know. You never know.
Hopefully that breaks the curse. But no, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So as we said, the Thunder play again Saturday in the semi-cup final against whoever wins between the Spurs and the Lakers, which I've been watching this entire time, but I don't even know what the score
like
is.
San Antonio. San Antonio's up 89-73.
Lakers in a bit of a run though. Reeves just hit a 3, so there's time.
There is time. They've got some firepower offensively, and that's pretty much what they've got. Not much defense there. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah. No, I was gonna say, you was talking about like Steve Nash talking about the Thunder and Shai. Blake Griffin, like before the game, like they were like previewing it, and they asked Blake Griffin, and I think it was Dirk too, or no, it was Blake Griffin and John Wall. It's like, what does Phoenix have to do to like contain OKC? And Blake just started laughing. He was like, I think if anybody knew how to contain OKC, they would probably just do it. It's not going to happen though.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
I love their show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Amazon's done an awesome job. They've been
it's
such good NBA coverage.
Yeah, Amazon's done good. I like the Peacock coverage. I don't love how late they had the second game on the coast to coast thing, but otherwise,
11 is crazy. If we can scoot that to 10:30, we're feeling real
11
good.
is nuts.
Even for me, who stays up late as hell to do like the videos, I'm waiting until like 1:30 a.m. to be able to work on a video because I'm trying to talk about the game that hasn't finished yet. So
yeah, we got to fix that. So the Thunder will play whoever wins this game on Saturday. We will be back Friday with our friends from Nerd Sesh, Carson and Logan. If you guys haven't been paying attention to Nerd Sesh this season, first of all, what the frick are you doing?
Carson loves Shai.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite basketball podcasts.
All the smart basketball people do, Alex. Everyone who's like is
Yeah.
smart in basketball is like, yeah, Shai's super sick.
Yeah, and they've been preaching the gospel of Shai and the Thunder and how good they've been on Twitter, on their podcast, and we're just gonna bring them on for basically a glaze session. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna bring them on so they can break down.
Hey, it's okay.
No
more objectivity.
No more objectivity.
No more objectivity. We're straight in our like be loud and talk about this the best team ever mode.
Thunder glasses on, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a great time. Don't know who all is going to be on the pod with me yet, but hey, it's going to be a good time, whoever's there. So set your alarms. We're going early, though. We are going to start recording. Well, we're going to get together at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. So sometime after that, within the next 30 minutes, we will start recording. So set your alarms. You want to definitely tune into that. No games for the Thunder on Friday. So you got no excuse. Come tap in. It'll be a great time. With that being said, I want everybody to go to our YouTube. If you're already on here, comment on the video, like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out when we go live. And also, I haven't asked you guys to do this in a while. Not personally. It's at the end of every podcast. But personally, I want to ask you guys, go to Apple, go to Spotify, leave us a 5-star rating, positive review. We definitely appreciate that. You guys have been killing it here recently with the support, with the plays, with the listens. It's been awesome. I hope you guys continue to keep that up. We're trying to put out a good product to you consistently. And we're going to be working to bring guests on here. We brought Focus on the crew. I think he actually said he was going to try to pod on Friday too. So, we've got a bunch of new faces. We got a bunch of new things we're working on. So it's going to be a good time. You definitely want to tap in for that. So 5-star rating, positive review, like, subscribe, notification bell, comment. Thunder, the best team of all time. Y'all have a great night. God bless. Hope you can. Always.
Thunder up.
I don't
Thunder
know
up.
if I enunciated up.